Hey, good morning, guys. It's Becky Bamboo. Today is Monday, November 1st, 2010. So I'm gonna do. This is gonna be my official week 18 post-op RNY gastric bypass update video thingamajig. I don't know. But then I'm also going to try to just do a recap of my weekend and stuff that happened at the end. So those of you who care only about the numbers, you can watch this numbers part and then you can skedaddle or whatever you like to do. Okay, so I started my journey at 424 pounds. Does anybody else get really sick of saying that? I get really sick of saying that, but it's probably good that I do. I don't know. Anyway, so 424 was my starting weight. Last week I weighed in at 307, which was a total loss of 117 pounds. Today I am 305, which is a 2-pound loss from last week and puts me at 119 total. I feel great about that. I know 2 pounds is not the most wonderful number in the world, but you guys got to keep in perspective a little bit with me that wrong way. that I did not work out at all last week. I didn't make not a single time did I work out last week because my feet were so tore up from the 5K that I was letting them heal. I knew when I made that decision to not work out last week that I was also shooting that week's weight loss, basically. I mean, you just don't get any. For those of you who are curious, like, is there a big difference between weeks that you work out and weeks that you don't? There's difference is enormous for me. Most weeks I've been averaging 5-pound weight losses. This week I had a 2. So you can definitely, I know a big difference from the weeks that I put the work in and the weeks that I don't. So yeah, I mean, I knew ahead of time I was kind of, shooting myself in the foot, so to speak, with this week's loss. And that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. I'm not willing to put myself in a position where I end up with like a chronic foot thing or I get a foot infection. And with having open wounds on my feet, swimming was the last place I needed to be. I don't want to go there with getting an infection from that pool. And most of us know that like public pools can be quite gross. So I wasn't going to go there. But all in all, like I'm really happy with the 2 pounds. I actually expected to see a 0. So the fact that I got 2 is fantastic with me. I tried to eat really, really consciously this last week. I cooked all week, and this weekend I was really aware of my portion sizes, what I was having, trying to get my protein in. It does make a big difference. So following the rules and following the guidelines by your doctor is super important, and I can't say that enough. So anyway, that's my weight loss update. Things are good, I'm almost at 120 pounds already, and it's not been that long ago. 18 weeks. It's hard to believe. Things are slowing down for me. Of course, yes, obviously they are. I expected them to, but I'm still most of the time losing 5 pounds a week. That's not so bad. I can take that. Okay, so I'm going to kind of switch gears a little bit, and I want to talk about my weekend. I had a great weekend. As you guys know, I was home visiting my family, and it was like the birthday weekend for me and my younger brother. We had such a good time. My parents, they all decided we should do a weenie roast, I guess, out on my parents' patio on Saturday night. It was just wonderful. We all came. It was so relaxed. We cooked hot dogs. My mom had made baked beans, and we had fruit salad, and it wasn't anything fancy. It was just real low key, and it was so much fun just sitting around and, being relaxed in front of a big hot fire. And it was kind of what I needed to wind down my week, I guess you could say. And then yesterday was kind of the birthday, the birthday dinner that we always do, and we went to Red Lobster. And I got to tell you about this because what I did worked out perfectly for me, and I think it's good for me to go ahead and share this just because some of you may be in the same boat sometime and wondering what to get or what can I eat or what's a good idea. I don't want to have so much food, blah, blah, blah. My husband was really, really great with me about, and he is a lot about like sharing plates if we know that we're going to a place that has really huge portions or something like that. The one thing that I've really been craving lately, which is kind of weird, but probably because I knew it was coming up, the opportunity to go there, is lobster. I love, love, love lobster. And so what I did was my husband ordered endless shrimp at Red Lobster, and I love shrimp scampi from there. That's my other favorite thing. So he ordered shrimp scampi so that I could have a couple shrimp. And I ordered off of his meal. I added a lobster tail to his meal for my meal. And a lobster tail is like a perfect amount of like a nice protein. And really, like, the way they cook theirs, I don't even care anything about the butter so much. I did use a little tiny bit of butter on my lobster, but not very much. And I had a couple of his shrimp scampi, and he let me nibble out of his salad. I think I had like 2 pieces of lettuce out of his salad, and I had not quite half of one of their wonderful Cheddar Bay biscuits or whatever the hell they're called. And that was what I had. The lobster was just the perfect amount for me. One lobster tail, just a main lobster tail, the small one. I don't know how many ounces those things are. Does anybody know? I would guess maybe 4 ounces is what they are. So I had that and just, a couple little tiny shrimp, and I was good to go. So that worked out really well, and I wanted to just, put that out there. If you're a lobster fan and you like to go to Red Lobster and you're going with somebody, just ask them, can I add a lobster tail to your meal? You don't get all the sides and stuff, but honestly, I don't want the sides because I want the protein, and I don't want to fill up on all that other crap. And really, their sides are not all that anyway, as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather have a little bit of biscuit and go on with my life. So that's what I did, and it was just, oh God, it was so good. And it was just nice to sit down and enjoy a good meal with everybody. And like I predicted, I was probably the only one leaving there not like going like, oh, so full, so stuffed. So that was nice too. I was very happy about that. It makes life so much less stressful to not have to fret over food anymore. It's just so nice. I can't say how nice it is. So anyway, that was great. And then I spent some time shopping over the weekend, and I wanted to share something that I got that is really, just really nifty to me. And I brought it in here with me so that I could show you guys. It's a shoe. I got some new shoes, and I have to share them because they're women's shoes. And I have not owned women's sneakers or shoes in at least 6 years. The last pair of women's sneakers I owned was when I was at my smallest, which is maybe just a hair smaller than I am now, but not very much because my top is probably about the same size. It's my bottoms that are a little bit bigger still. Yeah, I bought them when I was working in nursing and needed a good sneaker, and I bought a pair of pink Nike Shox, and that's what I wore for like ever. But the last several years, I have tried on women's shoes, and they just are too small. They've just been too small. I was a size women's 11, and I needed as wide as I could get. And women's sneakers, for the most part, don't come in wides, or they didn't. But Nike now makes wide women's, which I wanted to point out because some of you may have been in the same boat as me, or maybe still are. So I found these shoes that are, they are Nike, they are women's, they are wide, but they're a whole size smaller than I used to wear. I used to wear an 11, and I now wear a 10. A 10, you guys. Isn't that crazy? A whole size. So here is my new shoes. They are a dark gray, a light gray, and then the swoosh is kind of like a silvery, outlined in pink. Everything's got like all up through here is pink, pink, pink. And then through the top, all down the top, there's pink, and there's pink on the toe, and just pink and gray. I just thought they were adorable, and I'm not typically a huge fan of gray sneakers. I like them for the winter, but definitely not for the summer, so I don't think I'll probably wear these much in the summer. But that's okay because we got a lot of months of winter coming up for us. But they look great with jeans, so anytime I can wear jeans, I'm going to be probably having these on. And I put them on, and I was just so shocked at how really, really good they felt, and how something peeling off inside there. It looks weird. So yeah, I've worn Nikes like forever. I've been a huge fan of Nike shoes for a really, really long time, and you guys probably can guess that because both of the pair of shoes that I've shown you on here are Nikes. So that's kind of should be a dead giveaway. But yeah, to be wearing girly shoes again, I can't tell you how exciting that is. I have had to wear men's sneakers for so long that I almost forgot. I've gotten to the point I didn't even look at women's shoes. Like I just literally I didn't even look because I'd always find something I really loved and then it wouldn't fit and I would hate it and I'd be pissed. So I just glanced. I was walking by this rack. I glanced over and I'm like, God, those are cute. And my mom's like, you need to try those on because those scream your name. And so I looked and I said, well, they don't have an 11. These 10s aren't going to fit. But I tried them on and I was like, oh my God, my feet have shrunk that much. But I knew my feet were shrinking because I can tell by looking at them. And actually, my older brother this weekend said to me, God, look at your toes. Your toes are like skinny. He kept commenting how, God, you're getting skinny. So that made me feel so good. He didn't probably know how good that made me feel, but it made me feel really good. So yeah, girls' shoes, you guys. Girls' sneakers. Woohoo! I haven't been so happy in a long, long time about something. That's exciting. Other exciting thing is my sister-in-law, whatever. I call them my sisters because they've been in my family so long. They are my sisters to me. I feel we just have that sisterly connection. So my older sister, she is a little bit smaller than me, but we're all three of us are we're still losing weight. We're working hard. And she brought me another pair of jeans that I swear to God, she's what's keeping me supplied in pants to wear. Really, she is. So she brought me a pair of pants that are size 24, and they fit. They are big 24s though, because she is wearing a 24 right now, and they are too big for her. So they're probably realistically more like a 26, but the tag says 24, so they're 24s. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. But that's awesome, you know. I feel myself getting smaller, and I think that the more that I'm working out, the more things are getting tightened, and you know, whatever. I don't know what you call it. But regardless, I'm quite happy with the way that I'm looking. And actually, yesterday I felt like I was having one of those skinny days. I looked in the mirror and I was very happy with the way that I was looking, and I felt very small yesterday, and that's maybe the first time that I've had that really like. Where I looked in the mirror and I really realized like how far I've come, like just kind of a sudden realization of looking in the mirror going, dang, that's me kind of thing. And so it's a proud moment, I think, really proud moment. And so it's just been a fantastic weekend. So much good stuff going on. My husband got me these cutest, I have them on. I'm not going to show them, but I have them on. Pants. I'm going to run out of time if I try to show them. That are like this kind of fuzzy material. They're just lounge pants. And when I told him what I told him I wanted them a long time ago. And I told him to buy a 3X because at that time the 3X wouldn't have fit. And then when he bought them about a month ago. And he said, I went back and forth between a 3 and a 2 and a 3 and a 2. And he ended up buying a 2. And the 2s fit pretty good. They're a little bit snug in my belly, but I'm glad he didn't get the 3 because the 3 would have been too big. So that's exciting too. A new pair of lounge pants and a 2X. Woohoo! Things are so good. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with all of you guys. I hope you all are doing well. Have a wonderful week. I'll check back in soon. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye guys.